Did you ever
let Brad take his shirt.
Did you ever go out in a tank top?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I knew you wouldn't do it.
No, that's not why. That's not why.
Liar.
No, I would have done it.
Show off his guns and make people feel better.
Maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
Maybe not.
Welcome to Uber Tales.
No, Bobby, I will not do you.
Don't shoot the driver. I will not do you. What?
Well, based on the last conversation.
What are you?
What the hell were you two? I wasn't part of that conversation. Just
You
putting
were,
it out
yes,
there.
you
You
were
were right
here.
here.
I
You
did not know
started
anything about
it.
doing
It was
nothing.
all you.
I don't know what it was,
Show
but
Bobby
you
your
started it.
thumbs.
Oh, damn. See, this is how weird rumors get started. I don't like her weird thumbs. I'm not turned on by her weird thumbs. I like pretty thumbs. I like thumbs that don't look like toes.
So you admit you do have a thing for thumbs, though.
Well, he
Okay.
he does to a point of
I like pretty thumbs just like I like pretty bottoms and pretty chests. I like pretty lips. I like pretty eyes. You know.
What does
I
it
like-
matter what type of thumb somebody has?
It doesn't that much.
Yeah.
But if they're
Bobby.
weird looking, I mean, it's hard. You know, it's
Except
like
all
man
thumbs.
hands. I mean, are you okay with man hands? I mean,
Well, it depends on what's being done.
we've all seen the Seinfeld episode. Oh,
But yes.
gosh.
He-
Okay.
yeah, Josh might be a little
Yeah,
too
but if
young
they
for that
like
one.
have like
that
calluses on them
episode.
and stuff, that wouldn't be pretty.
Well, that's different. That's not man hands. That's different.
That's not man.
That's manly hands.
There's a spectrum here.
It's a spectrum. Yeah, we love to go off on. You know, you never know what you can learn here on Uber Tales.
Right.
It's a very educational show. I think we should change it from comedy to educational.
Education.
Don't you guys think
Yes,
that's
yes.
that's a
Sure.
good idea?
Why not?
Yes, we are teaching people the ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very very true. I think Susie has something to say.
Whatever.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn it,
All right.
Susie.
Damn it, Susie. All right, we're just gonna do what we do and jump into the show. I think it's Joshua's tale today. Is that correct?
Yes, and it's a funny one.
And it's a funny one.
Is it though? I don't know.
Yeah, see, you can't preface by saying it's a funny one because then people are going to
well,
be hoping it's a
yeah,
funny
fine.
one. Then it
Oh,
might
yeah,
not
you're
be
right.
funny.
It might
lower
This
the
is
expectation.
just a story like any other story.
Yeah, story like
You
any
may
other.
laugh your ass off and you may not.
Well, Josh thinks it's funny, so it's probably
I think it's
not.
funny, so it's probably dry. That's the humor. Sorry.
I don't know. He's
myself.
somewhat has a sense of humor.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
That's fair. I'll take it.
Yeah, true. I think that's fair.
All right.
All right,
Let's jump
let's
in.
see where we're gonna
Not
go
all
with
of
this.
us drive big black cars.
Yeah. What does that mean?
You, Bobby.
Big black car driver. BBD.
Anyway,
Anyway,
back on track.
Joshua.
along.
Moving right along the
Fucking weird.
path. What did I get myself into?
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, that's what happened in your car the other day.
No, not me. Maybe Josh.
Okay,
not quite in this
Joshua, you
story.
ready?
That, you know what? I'm sure that's happened.
I'm sure
at least a few times.
So, okay, story.
Okay, here we are.
Let's
Where,
get this
what's
set up.
happening on that fateful night?
So, yes, it was at night.
We know now
And,
that you're
yeah.
a night guy.
Right.
This had to be. This was somewhere around. I want to say 10 or 11 o'clock.
Why are you so far away from the mic?
And I don't know, because it's super sensitive. See, it just.
It
I feel
sounds
like I sound
so
really
so
loud.
sexy when you're close to the mic. Don't get too far.
So it was 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Do you want him to whisper in your ear?
No,
You want him closer?
hey, this
Well,
is for the listeners.
You know,
I'm
I
only
laughed
thinking
too,
about the
so.
listeners.
All right. You know, fine.
The
Fuck
Uber
yours,
whores?
Bobby, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it either when I laugh.
Wait,
All right.
I thought you were.
doesn't
Wow,
sound
wow,
right.
wow, wow.
Let's
That was way different.
reverse. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and
Early for you.
yeah, kind of
Well,
early.
he's just probably getting started.
Well, you know what? No, I take that back. It wasn't 11. It had to be anywhere between 9 and 10.
Oh.
And because, so premise is, I'm going up a little bit out of my usual ways. So I'm usually like in the downtown area, or I'm in like South Salt Lake, you know. But this time I was up on the like northern half, like going up more
Like
towards the
Bountiful?
mountains. Yeah. Well, not
North
not,
Salt
not
Lake?
as north as Bountiful, but
Okay.
yeah, North Salt Lake. going up on like the mountain ridges, you're starting to go up in elevation, stuff like that. Very pretty, but also just from a real estate perspective, it starts to get more expensive. So those are like nicer, more expensive homes.
They call those
there.
the benches. Is it like the benches?
Yes, you could say that. Yeah.
So so I'm going out there, and I know, okay, and I always get a typical idea, like who am I going to pick up, so I get
You're feeling pretty good about it because you're going to a nice.
It's a nicer part. Yeah, nicer part of town.
Tip. I'm gonna
probably.
Cool.
And I'm picking up. I can see I'm picking up a woman. We'll call her Wendy. So
Wendy.
I'm like, cool. I'm getting Wendy.
You come up with some really great fake names. Wendy.
Fake.
I like that.
And if Wendy is out there and she knows her
Who
name's
she
Wendy,
is.
this one's
Wendy.
for you. So, anyways,
We love you, baby.
Well, Bobby might, but I mean, I'm on the fence.
He's on the
Wait till
fence.
you hear the story. Okay, so
I may have just shot myself in the
I'm going to.
I bet you did.
I'm going to pick up Wendy, and I'm probably like 8-9 minutes out, from where she is. So it's a good long drive, and I'm enjoying the drive. Nice, cool night. Not a lot of cars. It's wonderful. I'm going up there. I'm getting into her neighborhood. She's kind of her house is in a weird spot. It's kind of like it's like off a street, and then it kind of dead ends.
A lot of houses are off streets.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
You mean like it's in a cul-de-sac-y type of thing? Or?
No, see, it's like off of a like cul-de-sac-y type thing. It's
so it
going into a neighborhood, but then it's like another
where
little
a
side
witch
street.
would live or something.
Kinda
magical.
Yeah. Well, not
Wendy.
Yeah.
Maybe she has Peter Pan with her.
I don't know yet. It's going a weird road now.
A little bit.
So
I like to take us down some paths.
go off, from this neighborhood road into like this kind of like
Is it
smaller
dirt?
road. No,
It's a real
paved,
road still.
Yeah,
so it's not like
it's a
you're
paved
going
road.
into Wonderland or anything.
Not quite. No.
He's not off the.
But anyways,
beaten
on a dirt
path.
road. Yep, beaten path.
Yeah, it's not a dirt path. It's paved. It's nice, but it's like this little.
But it's its
little
own
road
thing.
off. Yeah,
Is it like
it's
a
its own thing.
driveway almost?
No, not quite.
There are other houses?
There's other houses.
Okay.
I mean, if I was to go into technical terms, which I'm not, it'd be technically an easement through the neighborhood, but
Yep.
that's what it is.
Oh.
So
Into
it
its
to give its own
little
access to the
houses
to the house.
area.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I go down there. It dead ends. So I pick her up, and I have to.
It
back.
dead ends at her house.
It does. It dead ends, and then I have to back up in order to get out.
You can't turn around?
No, because it's narrow. That's what I was trying to say. It's like this little narrow.
Why didn't you
road.
say it was narrow?
Didn't I say
You
it was
did.
narrow?
Didn't
No.
you? I didn't think you did.
Well, I thought. Well, in my head, I thought I did. Anyways,
Because you said it was a pretty nice road. I would think
Yeah.
a pretty nice road is not a road you have to back up in.
well, it's narrow.
Okay.
But I meant like
it's like an alley size.
yeah, like an
Anyways.
alley size. Anyways, so
it's like, who gives
her-
a shit?
It's a fucking road.
Oh
fucking
my
road. We're
gosh,
spending
Bobby!
too much time talking about this little
Come on,
fucking
it's
road. I
about
know,
the
it's killing
story,
me.
people.
So I'm going. I pick her up. She
Wait,
gets in.
you can't. Okay, you pick her up. Okay,
I'm picking her
You're gonna
up. She's
explain
coming
that.
out. Yeah, I will.
What's coming
She's-
out?
She, I don't know, isn't it? it's an older lady.
You see,
It's an older lady.
what is older?
But I couldn't. Probably like 65.
Oh,
maybe,
okay, so
62,
legit older.
66,
To you,
somewhere
it
around
might
there.
be 45. So older lady. So
No, but
65.
60s, yeah.
60s.
Yeah, I think 45 is still pretty good.
Okay.
That's a good age.
Aha.
Anyways, 60s. Anywhere between
There you go,
62
ladies.
to
If you're listening,
66.
if you're 45, you got a chance with Joshua. Just call in.
Or email.
Or
So-
that's ubertalespodcast@gmail.com.
Subject line Josh.
Oh dear God. Dear God.
Are we gonna get all these pictures of 45-year-olds? That'll be awesome.
So I'm picking.
Do
Wendy up.
they need to be naked, Josh? Or is it
Jesus,
okay if they're
You know
if
what?
they have clothes on?
This legitimately happens on my social media.
I know
Girls
it.
will say
That's
that.
why we're saying
So
it.
I'm good. No, I don't need any more.
No
nudes of
booby
anything.
pics, please.
Yeah.
No booby
We're
pics.
good on that. So
Unless they're totally fake, then it's okay. No.
So I see Wendy from afar, and she's blonde, and
Long? Blonde?
No, shorter, like maybe
Short hair.
shoulder length.
Shoulder length.
Yeah.
blonde. Does she have bangs?
No.
No bangs. It's is it tastefully done hair or is it kind of
No,
ragged?
it's like it's. Well, God, I hope you don't know. I'm telling the story, but no, I didn't think so.
You didn't
No,
think it was
it's really-
raggedy. You
it's-
thought it was respectable looking hair or kind of ugly.
Curly.
It's
Straight.
He's
just older,
dude.
like from the 70s or something, like 80s maybe, like it was
So,
like
like
80s
modern.
with that big foofy
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Remember that big foofy
Yep,
thing in
I
the
do.
80s
Yep.
where it stood like this high? Oh, were you even alive
You know what?
in the
She
80s?
doesn't
dude?
She
know
looked
his-
like
his
I'd say okay.
decades.
Do you guys know Tom Petty?
Yes.
Who
Okay,
doesn't?
I had hair like Tom Petty.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
so. Think of that.
Okay.
So
yeah.
why do you
Yeah.
say
No,
that to begin with?
totally get it now.
I don't
Tom
know.
Petty hair.
Oh, she had a French putty. I want a fucking hairdo. I
Well,
don't
you
know.
explained
You're going
Tom
into more
Petty. It
detail
was
than I did.
perfect. It was
She had a
perfect.
hairdo like Tom Petty.
Okay, that's
There you
perfect.
go.
I
That's all I
totally
had to
see
say.
her now.
Which-
Unfortunately, she's got Tom Petty's face. And he's one ugly dude.
Well, you know what? She was older, and yeah, her face
face?
was a little rougher, but but anyways,
She's been driven hard and
What-
hung out wet.
okay.
Wendy from the block.
Whatever. So I'm picking her up.
You
yeah,
said
shorter
this is
hair,
a super short
and
story, Bobby. It's like, no, it ain't.
It's funny. So talking of Tom Petty, because I'm taking her. So our destination is and I'd find out more, to a Tom Petty cover band. That was
Oh,
in town.
what?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
That explains the
No,
hair.
it's super-
Okay.
it's
Oh,
super
but
awesome.
that's
So,
cool.
but-
Yeah.
Okay, so she's
And
coming
this
out.
is in Utah? Because I want.
This is here-
do
this
they
is here
play
in-
a lot?
yeah,
Because
this is
I
here
would
in Utah.
love to see a Tom Petty cover band.
Yeah. So she's coming out. I see her, and she's
Is
looking
she
at me.
rocking, dressed out, rocked up?
She
rocked
is.
up?
Yeah. She's got like a black leather jacket on, and she's
I'm
got like
sad
kind of
that she's
like
by
black
herself,
pants,
though.
and she's kind of got this.
Is she hooking up with people?
I was gonna say
Maybe.
your girl's gonna fuck you up. When she hears this.
No,
episode.
I'm just thinking.
I'm so sad she's by herself.
Oh,
Yeah, your
well.
girl's like, yeah, I'm a fucker.
She looks like Tom
I
Petty.
get where he's
No,
going
I
with
know.
it.
Yeah, I'm
just
just
giving
saying.
Bobby
This is
shit.
sad. This poor girl. She doesn't have a life. She lives in this nice house.
It's not a poor girl.
Poor girl. She's like
She's
66.
poor old
Exactly.
lady. Then poor old lady. Anyway,
Any 66-year-olds, go ahead and write in.
Put
Bobby in
Bobby at the top.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Please don't send news.
Yeah, definitely don't. Unless they're fake boobies. No, just
So-
kidding. Just kidding.
Okay, so yeah, she's looking at me, and I know I can tell immediately. Again, and Brad knows exactly what I'm talking about. You can see people's energy. You get you can get a really good read on them.
Like
And
immediately when you first see
yeah.
them.
As soon
I
as
can see
you
it.
have like any type of like them
Connection.
coming and you see them, they see
Energy
you,
exchange.
This interaction thing, yeah, you can feel it. And I told a story about a crazy girl that I took to a bar and all that.
That wouldn't
Same
get out
thing.
of your car?
That wouldn't get out of my car.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know like what it is right when it happens. And so she sees me, and I'm looking at her because she's the passenger, and so I'm unlocking the car, and she's
Fuck
excited.
that.
You know,
Lock the
she's
cars, reverse, and go.
she sees me, and she's like, "Ooh, it's like a younger guy," you know. And
Wait, I still don't understand. What was the connection you saw? Was it good,
She's
bad,
excited.
ugly, wrong,
No,
bad?
it's
what
that
were you
she's-
thinking?
it's that she's like, it's a younger
Oh, she's
dude.
good, and she's going to be a fun person. Did you think, or oh shit, I'm in
Well,
trouble?
I
She's going
thought-
to hit on
I
me.
was like-
What was the thought
I
process?
was thinking, I was like, oh, she looks kind of cool because she's dressed like kind of like
Fun?
rocker style, you know,
you're
like
like,
like,
oh, hip
yeah,
chick.
Dig
like
that.
a rock, yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
that's kind of fun.
little black, jacket and
When you
stuff,
see
tight
your-
black pants.
When you
heel-
send
like
your
heels.
pics, keep in mind to send some rocker stuff. I'm kind of into goth a little bit. Just
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. Anyway,
and little thumbs. Don't forget those thumbs, girls.
I like normal
So-
thumbs.
So,
Normal.
Bobby Thumb Pics is the subject line.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Hashtag
that
thumb
would
pics.
be funny to get a ton of thumb pics. We could rate them. Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, that's a
You've heard
10.
foot fetishes. Here, folks, you
thumb
have the
fetish.
thumb
Thumb fetishes.
fetishes.
Okay, I'm just gonna
So-
own that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
take
thumb
it,
fetish.
right?
I like it. Okay, go ahead.
It's okay
Brad.
to be you,
Brad.
Bobby. It's a safe space.
It's a safe.
Um,
It's 2024.
you know,
It's 2024. What's your gender? Thumb.
I
Thummy,
identify-
thumber, and thumbist.
Do you identify as a thumb?
I identify as an index finger.
No, I'm thumb sexual.
There you go.
I don't
Thumb
know.
fluid.
I don't want to pursue it. I don't let the intrusive thoughts win, Josh. That's what I'm saying to myself. Okay, so
Anyway.
we need to go.
Okay, so
she's coming,
made the
and I can
connection.
tell she's seeing I'm a younger guy, and I can feel it.
You
She's like,
immediately think that. Oh gosh, this
No.
old lady is totally into me. You're
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit narcissistic. I'm just.
I
a
don't
little.
know. I don't know if it's like she's into me, that type of thing. Like I don't know her.
But she's
obviously,
like,
but
oh
I can
good,
Tell,
it's this young
I can tell
dude.
she's just walking like this, and she seems she's like that, perks up. She's like excited. I can
Okay.
tell, and then she's like running over like ta, 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 you know.
My
and she
gosh,
comes to the
it's
door.
a young guy. I'm
She-
so excited.
She pulls the door open, passenger side, and I was like, oh fucking of course. And I was like,
Oh, she does the faux pas of getting in the passenger.
Yeah.
Obviously has no idea about Uber etiquette.
This woman is crazy.
So yeah, so she
you
now,
know, huh?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you get in the front seat, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
When
so,
it's just you in the
You're
back.
up for it. You already
so
know it.
she's getting into the my driver's side.
Did she grab your leg as soon as you got in?
No, she didn't.
Are you sure? I think she might have.
I'm certain she did. Why they always gotta grab my leg, Bobby? No, she didn't touch my
Because
leg.
that's a very
Did
blatant.
she touch your shoulder?
You can't.
No, God, shut
You
the
can't
hell up.
assume.
She didn't touch anything.
She
I'll tell
didn't
you the
touch
story.
anything.
Liar.
Nothing.
Just chill, just
She
stop.
only scratched my thumb a little. That was it.
Bobby and his
Just scraped
thumbs.
it.
So she's getting in, and of course she's very excited, and she's got this weird fucking accent. I'm gonna try to do it, but it's goofy. And mind you, she's a woman. So I can't.
Yeah, all
I can't
those
obviously
women with
replicate-
weird accents.
No,
My
I'm just
gosh.
saying. I'm just saying I can't replicate the tonality exactly.
Because you're so male,
Well,
there's
my
no
voice is-
way you could sound like a girl.
Well, my voice is deep. I don't know.
Put that
Anyways.
chest down.
But yeah, let me tuck my balls real quick.
I gotta
don't
say,
know.
Joshua, it is really fun to give you
So,
shit.
I-
It's
I
really
can- I
fun.
can
Thank
feel
you
it.
for being the
good
cool
sport.
dude that can
Yeah,
take it.
just
I just appreciate that.
Okay,
Joshua,
okay.
I appreciate it.
This is
Me
taking a
and
weird
Brad
sexual
give
turn.
you
Thumb
so much help.
two thumbs up.
2 little Megan Fox thumbs up for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gets in the front
So
seat.
yeah, she's getting in the passenger side seat right beside me, and she has this weird accent. She's like, "Hi, how are you?" I was like, "I'm good."
What is she?
I'm
Aussie?
serious.
Australian?
No. See, I thought because I was like, "Where the fuck is your accent from?" It's almost like a weird surfer California. Because I'm from California. If you go along the coast, yeah, you will find people that have that.
So
Hey,
was it
bro,
kind of low?
kind of that surfer.
It was like a valley girl type
kind
of thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Kind of
Like a 65-year-old valley girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody even says valley
Yeah.
girl anymore, but I
Nope.
remember the 80s.
Exactly.
So that's what it was like.
That's what it was like.
It was
And
American, though. It wasn't a foreign
it's not foreigner.
accent. It was an American accent.
Kind of like
a very valley girl.
kind of like valley girlish.
Like, let's go. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so totally tubular cool,
yes,
right?
yes, exactly.
Okay, I
That
got it.
is how she's talking.
2 thumbs up,
And so
Bobby.
I'm thinking
I
to
got
myself, like, okay, where's she from? Because I was like,
Yeah.
no one talks like that here.
You know what you can do?
know?
You could ask her.
I did.
I
did.
That's what I
asked
thought.
her, and she said she's from Salt Lake City. And I was like, born and raised, and she's like, I'm born and raised Salt Lake City. And I was
Well,
like,
that's
interesting.
just weird.
Yeah, because I was like,
Okay.
your accent kind of makes me think of like some of the like surfer dudes and chicks, in California.
You told
I
her
mean,
that.
Yeah, I did.
You
I was
told her
like,
that.
because
That's
I'm from
cool.
California, so I was like, yeah.
You sound just
I
like
said, I said you kind of like that surfer kind
I
of.
had this girlfriend in California. You sound just like her.
Yeah.
But you look like Tom Petty. So.
I wouldn't know have said that, but her hair
You
was
would've been thinking
exactly. It was just like Tom Petty's haircut, and
I'm sorry, I can't get over that.
you know what but she was totally cool. So I was like, well, how's your night going? Whatever. And we start the exchange, the pleasantries, whatever, and we're chit chatting, and she's.
Are you worried that you might be too nice and chatty?
No.
That you might give her the wrong impression of this hot young guy?
I don't know
worried
about the
about
whole hot young guy thing, but no.
You said
I'm
she's
not
like,
giving
oh, it's
her-
a young dude. So
I can tell like that's her energy. Like she's like.
So
oh,
you're
she's
just giving
excited.
back what she's wanting.
I'm just being.
You're looking for
pleasant
the
and
big
decent.
tip.
I'm just.
He's being
It's
reciprocal.
not got anything to do with tips. You're
Okay.
fucking weird. It's not tips or thumbs or haircuts or anything else. Okay.
You're just being
I'm
a
just
decent
picking-
human
yeah,
being.
I'm just being a good, hopefully a good driver.
There we go.
I'm picking people up, and
Even though
I'm
she
talking
got in
to
the
her.
front seat, you're still being nice.
But she's an older lady. It doesn't necessarily bother me as
Because
much.
she may not know the etiquette.
Well, it's a girl, so it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't bother me as much. If it
Right.
was like a big ass dude, it'd be like, dude, get in the back. I don't want you. I don't want you right beside me. You can do whatever
Why are
the
you
hell you're gonna do.
discriminating?
Yeah.
It's not discrimination, okay? It's called.
What if he
using
feels more
using
comfortable in
judgment.
the front seat?
I don't give a shit what he feels. I feel more comfortable with him in the back, okay? Where he's
And
like,
he's
there's
driving.
an arm's length between us.
Have you
You know?
ever done that? Have you ever said, could you please get in the back? Have you said that to people?
I haven't asked anyone that was getting, like, sitting in the front. People have asked me, like, where do you want me? And I said, I just do this. Like, go ahead, go in
Right
the back.
back there.
Yeah, right in the back. That's cool.
Where do you want me?
Yeah, that's what people have said to me. Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's like, where would
interesting.
you?
Was
where
that
do
a
you want
guy or a girl?
me? It was actually a guy. That was a guy that said that. Where do you want
okay.
me? Yeah.
Hey, do you-
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it make sense that a guy would ask that? Do you want me up front with you, dude? Because I.
No, that's not
totally
what he
could get
said.
up
You know,
front.
it's
What did he say?
Oh, where do you want me? Oh.
You know, it's funny you're talking about that because
That has
I
happened?
thought he was that particular. We're getting off on tangent, but that particular guy, I thought he was straight. The whole time I was talking with him, like, cool, blah blah blah.
I
blah.
know
And then-
this story. That's why.
Okay, so he's milking it out. Yeah. Turned out at the end, I was like, oh damn. Oh,
He asked for your number.
oh, I don't want to go into it, Bobby.
That's
He
another
asked him
tale.
where he wanted him.
Oh.
So, anyways, yeah.
That might even be too far for Uber Tales. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't.
We don't
anyways.
need to know your business, Joshua.
No, don't build that shit, Bobby. Don't you?
I knew I would
I'm
get
cutting
him.
that off right now.
I knew I'd
And
get
don't
with that.
anybody be writing in on our email
ain't,
account. Okay?
Ain't nobody as straight as Joshua.
That's, you know what? Look, I'm good. All right, I'm totally good. Trust me.
He's
I'm
totally
I'm good. Okay. So
Okay,
yeah, that
so
one- that
you're
one I got a
talking,
little
you're
freaked
having
out.
a good time with this.
Yeah.
How far is the ride?
So it's
How
a
far?
good drive. So I'm way up on the north end now of Salt Lake City, and I got to go all the way downtown. So it's like, what would you say? Like
10, 15 minutes?
10, 15
Yeah.
minutes is what it
Depending
was.
on how far up you are. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a long ways. Interesting. I would
No,
think,
it's not.
You know,
It's-
30 minutes is long.
That's long
Yeah,
to me.
30
yeah.
minutes is long to us. Yeah.
Okay, that's like an eternity in Uber.
Especially when they don't talk
It
to
can
you.
be.
That's
It
fucking
can be.
annoying.
So she starts telling you, "Hey, I'm
She's
going
cool.
to this fun
No, she's cool.
concert."
She's really good at talking. You know, she's great communicator. She's laughing. She's had a lot of drinks. I can tell.
Oh, she's already
very
So she's
toasted.
already tipsy.
She's
by
toasted.
herself.
But
She drinks alone.
I'm not sure. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know if she was with friends or not, but I know she was drinking because she was like, "I'm toasted." You know, she's like,
she
"I'm wasted."
told you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you know, I'm like, that's cool. I don't mind. It's fun. She's got good energy, you know. So I'm like, it's cool. Whatever. I don't
Said
care.
I left my husband
You know?
and I'm going to get a young dude
No.
at the Tom
She-
Petty concert or the Tom
No,
Petty tribute band concert.
She was asking me questions like, "Oh, are you from here?" And I was like, "No." And
Are
she's
you
like, "Well,"
single?
She did. She said, "Well, are you single? Do you have a girlfriend out here?" Or, and I
Only
was
the
like-
girls that
I
pick
was
up
like,
on
I don't-
Uber.
No,
Right.
no. But anyways,
I'm sensing a
I-
theme here.
stop. But no, I told her, I said, no, I just, you know, I moved out here and, you know, I haven't been out here super long. And I said, you know, I'm not dating anyone at this particular moment in time. And I was just telling her, it was casual. It wasn't like, she was like, "Oh, you're single, so I can hook up with you." She was like 64. Like, it's not even like on the table.
It's called
like,
cougar. It's called cougar.
I don't know.
and I
Anyways.
think even 65-year-olds are into, you know, whatever they're into.
So, anyways, you know, so we're driving now, and we're probably like, we're starting to get out of the neighborhood, and we're starting to get away from neighborhoods. And she tells me, she's like, "I know this is gonna sound so weird," and she talks just like that. I'm serious, like it's fucking.
Maybe it's because she's drunk.
No,
Could be.
it wasn't like she was drunk slurring. She just had this weird accent, you know.
How do you get that in Utah?
Exactly right.
I don't know.
And so
Maybe she watched.
she would say, like, she'd be like, "Oh my god," she said just like that. Yeah.
Really?
She was saying that a lot.
You actually did that
So-
one pretty good. That
Yeah,
was pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah, maybe I'm a cross-dresser. I'm just kidding.
Wow,
I'm
you
dressing
did
up
that
as an
to
old,
yourself.
dressed up as a 66-year-old
Oh
lady.
my gosh!
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
you didn't have a ride. It was just you. Imagine. Oh my gosh! Yes.
Maybe.
Well, that sounds like some Twilight Zone stuff.
It
Anyways,
does. Psycho.
So we're getting up out of the neighborhood, and she tells me, she's like, "I have a like I'm scared of like driving with people, like riding with people when other people are drivers." And I said, "Well, I'm a safe driver," and she's like, "I believe you are. I believe you are," and she's like, "I feel so scared. I have so much anxiety." She's like, "It just helps. Could I hold your hand?" Because I put my hand on the rest, and I was like,
Oh wow!
and she's like, I'm like, I don't know if she was pretending to shake or what. She was just like, I just get so nervous, and her hands are like timid or whatever, like a little shaky. And I was like, oh shit, I don't want fucking flipping out and having like a, you know,
Okay.
like
Episode-
moment,
episode or
in my
something.
car.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
has got a little
So
funky.
I told her,
Got a little
yeah.
weird.
So I told
But
her,
not too bad. I mean, that's not out of control. I mean,
she's an older,
you're being nice.
She's an older lady, so I was like,
You know, hey,
I
that's
don't really
fine.
You're
feel-
respecting your elders.
Yeah, kind of. I kind of viewed it. No, like you guys, like in your head, like, oh, it's this guy. She's so old. Like I'm like,
Wow,
there's
he's,
no.
He's,
60s is not that
he's
old.
an oldest.
She's like
He's an oldest.
66 or something, like maybe 64, 66. She's old.
That's not
Like
that
I'm
old.
not.
She's probably
no-
45.
Right.
In my opinion,
50,
there's no
so what's
chemistry.
7?
There's no like, oh, I'm a guy, you're a girl. I'm just viewing
You
as
were
like
just
an old
holding
lady,
this,
honestly.
just like if you were
didn't
helping
hold
her
her-
cross the road.
Well, I didn't hold her hand, but I
Oh,
told her.
wait.
I told her she could. I said, yeah. I said you can hold my hand if you want.
You can hold,
Yeah.
but it would be better if you held my inner thigh.
Yeah.
That would be better. I
Ew.
think you would feel.
Yeah, God no.
I think you would feel
Bobby,
safer.
she's old. Like I'm okay. I'm
Was
good.
it clammy?
I'm good. No, her hands were really they were
very
warm.
soft. She
Okay.
uses a lot
So-
of stuff. on it.
Moisturizer.
Yes.
You know, yeah. Like think about like if you have a grandma or something, like you feel like older
You want to
people,
be
whatever.
protective. You want to be sweet.
You
to
just want to
this
be
little
decent
old
to them.
lady.
I get
You
you.
know. No,
And
she
you
was
were.
cool. She was cool. Yeah.
So
like
she
I
grabbed
said,
what part of your hand?
So she actually grabbed my forearm.
Forearm, okay.
Yeah, my forearm. She was holding on to my forearm. So I was like
tightly.
tightly. Yeah.
Oh, she was.
She's holding.
So
she's
you
got a
felt
good
like
grip.
she really was a little freaked out.
Yeah, I was thinking so. Yeah, I was like, okay, all right. Maybe she's older. It is late at night. She's clearly had a bunch of drinks. Maybe she did. Maybe
Yeah,
she
maybe
is like.
there's-
You
Maybe
say it
she's
was like 9 or
uncomfortable.
10.
Yeah, that's later at night, and she's
Okay.
66.
Not really, yeah.
Usually they go to
Okay.
bed early. I would assume.
He's 66 years. They go to bed
know?
at 9, don't they? Or like 8 or something.
No.
Look,
Okay.
guys, when I was even like 27, I was going to bed. When working like in real estate stuff, I was going to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock. Okay,
That's
and then
crazy.
get
What
right
time were
back
you
up
getting
at
up?
5 or 6.
Okay. Well,
right?
that makes
That's
a little
craziness.
more sense.
So, and that
Okay.
even at that age, I was going.
So
to bed
she's
then,
holding. So this is like right
holding
when the drive starts
Right
and you're
when the
getting out of the
drive, the real drive, we're
neighborhood.
getting out of the neighborhood.
She asks, "Hey, I'm a little nervous."
Yeah.
But she's happy and laughing.
Yeah, she was really
is it
cool.
okay if
Yeah.
I grab your arm?
Yeah, she said, "Can I hold your
And
arm?"
you didn't think much of that.
No.
You're like, yeah.
No, she's older
okay.
lady. I didn't care. No.
But you didn't think that's a little fun. Older or younger or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
If
It's
she
a
was
little-
younger, it would have been different. I'm like, because now there's like she's younger. I don't want that could be weird. But if
So
it's like
if there
an
was
older
any
lady,
kind of sexual attraction, it would be a problem. But since she was
Right.
a disgusting old lady that looked like Tom Petty, then
don't
it's
have
not
to
a big
stop. You
deal.
don't have to say disgusting
So-
and all that. She's just a lady, but she's older and I'm younger. That's weird. I'm not.
You know, there
How
are
much
some
older
young
is
dudes.
Not enough.
There are some young dudes that are into that too.
I know.
there are
That's
some-
why I was
might
asking
be.
him, like, what old?
Yeah,
What's,
where do you
older?
cross the line,
that
Josh? I mean, we
limit?
need to know.
I don't. Jesus,
this is
we
a
don't
have
need to know. Nothing.
Is it 50?
Okay?
You cross the line at 50.
Oh, that's like not.
No,
we're
that's
not
like
gonna-
ancient
What about
too.
45?
45.
45. You totally
Guys,
date
this
a
is
45.
like I don't know. I don't want to go into my age and everything and other people's age. Let's just, anyways.
Drop the age
anyways,
thing.
Yeah,
But
it's
he's
just
the one
weird.
that keeps saying
So,
she's a little old lady.
Yeah.
she's an older lady, 60, like probably 6. So anyways,
Okay, but
I
she's
was
getting
just like,
around.
it's
She's fine. Like,
Yeah, I was
you're
telling
acting
her-
like she's like frail.
And she's grabbing your arm hard.
Yeah, she's holding on tight. So I was like, okay, maybe she is. She does get really scared
She's
and nervous.
freaked out.
So I told her, I said, yeah, that's fine. I said, I
So
don't
for
care.
15 minutes, she held your arm.
So, I mean, at this point, we'd already been driving probably like 4 or so minutes to get
Okay.
up out of the neighborhood. So,
So
maybe
10.
there's like 11 or 12 minutes left, max.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's holding my arm. And, we're driving. And she's telling me, and
say that sounds
about
weird.
basically her night
does.
and where she's going and what she's doing. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you're into music? Because I play old, like, classic rock. That's usually what I'm
So
playing.
you,
I got,
you
like,
probably got some Tom Petty
AC/DC
going on.
Exactly. AC/DC's Led Zepp. I've got, like, cool
Free
old...
ballin'. I mean, free
falling.
fallin'.
Bobby's always
Josh was.
balling.
Free
Yeah.
fallin'.
He's always anyway, so I've got cool old classic music playing and she's like, I love your music or whatever. I was like, well,
She
great.
in her voice. You're
Yeah.
so good.
That's honestly, guys, that's kind of what she sounded like. And it was weird. It was funny though. And so I was like,
Did
yeah, I
she
love
say
this
she was
music. And we
meeting
started
people?
talking.
This seems strange that she's alone.
No, she didn't say she was meeting people. She just said
Seems
that she
weird.
was going to it's a Tom Petty cover band. I was like, oh, badass. I was like, I love Tom Petty. One of the first songs I learned on guitar was a Tom Petty song that Johnny Cash covered, So I was like, I do. I have a lot of respect for Tom Petty, and so we're talking music, which that's my language.
That's
I
cool.
know plenty about music, and I play guitar and whatever. And and she was telling me all these cool ass old bands that she got to see, like way back when, like the Stones and all this. So I was like,
Gosh,
damn,
I
this-
must be old. I
I
saw
told
the
her.
Stones.
I told her. I was
course
like, well, they're probably still rocking.
They
now,
are.
you
I saw 'em in
know?
the- in
I
the
could probably
80s.
go see them, but
I saw him in the 80s with Living Color was opening for them.
yeah. So we're talking. I told her, I was like, wow, you're pretty badass. I was like, that's awesome. That's so cool. And we're having a pretty good time now, She's still holding my arm. And, we're driving along and we come to basically a roundabout. And this roundabout with the directions on the Uber app versus where I have to go, it was kind of weird. It was hard to tell like where I needed to take my exit. So I accidentally blew past.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's confusing. It's just confusing. It was hard to tell. So I blew past it, and she really like squeezed hard, like, you know. And I was like, it's okay, we're fine, you know. Why are we going 15 miles a fucking hour? It's a roundabout, like, you know. So I blew past it, but I had to make another circle to go right back to it. And so again, I was like, okay, this chick must be, you know,
it's legit.
It's legit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. When that roundabout thing happened, she squeezed hard and she started to like put her hand like up my arm. Now she's holding like close to my elbow, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Maybe she's just really
nervous,
tense and nervous.
How would you feel about it? I just got to know. Would you let her hold your arm, Brad? How would you? I mean, that just seems really strange.
Like that Beatles song, "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
Maybe.
You know?
It depends. I mean, it depends on the situation and what it sounds like. If I was in that situation, probably.
I mean, you just say, hey, this person's just, they have some
Scared.
kind of an issue,
Exactly.
or some kind of thing, and you're just being a nice guy.
I would be more pissed off that she's in the front seat, though. But
Well, she can't hold you if she's in the back.
who says I want her to hold me?
But she wants to because
know.
it's a thing for her. She kind of
But
knows.
you wouldn't know that when they're getting it.
Exactly.
'Cause you don't
But
you
know
she
that.
knows that. That's
Yeah,
all
that's
I'm
why
saying.
she's
She's,
doing it.
getting
And
in
that might be
because
why-
she probably wants
But
to hold you.
as we'll go along with the story, so now we're kind of getting onto the freeway, which in my head, I think, I think it was.
Did you
yeah,
freak
it was-
out getting on the freeway?
I was thinking in my head, I was like, now she's really gonna freak out. She did not, and so I was like, okay. I was like, she seems fine, you know. She was really like gripping like my elbow area, and then as soon as we're coming off onto the freeway, she's like, so do you like work out? I was like, oh shit. That was the start. I was like, this is where now we're starting to tip down. I was like, okay, wait a minute.
Here he comes.
I told her, I was like, yeah, a little bit. I was like, not a ton.
Little my ass.
Whatever. Anyways, I was
Every
like,
day,
not
4
right.
hours a day.
Just two.
Not
and
as
just
much.
a little bit of juice.
Just two.
Not much juice.
No juice.
And-
Absolutely
and
not.
clean eating.
I want to say I'm completely
Clean.
against
Even
it.
though he ate a Crown Burger today.
Just
Fuck
a,
off, Brad. You can
Okay.
eat clean throughout the week and have a burger.
No
okay? You
juice,
can
just a
afford to
little
have
test.
No, that's not
testosterone.
clean eating. That if you're eating clean eating, you're not doing anything bad. So say you try to do clean eating.
okay. Anyway, so
Anyways,
she's
so,
asking
yeah.
if you work out.
It's a
and
fitness podcast now.
It's right.
So she asked me,
This is
she's like, do you work out? And I was like, yeah, a bit, you know. And
you're feeling my arm right now.
Right.
well,
You know the answer.
I don't know. Maybe she can tell. I
My
don't know.
bicep
But,
is busting out of my shirt. I mean, come on, lady.
so
Wait, were you in a tank top? I don't remember.
I was not. I have never Ubered in a
Can
tank
I
top,
just touch
but
your
I might have
breast?
my
Because
first.
that'll tell me the truth,
Right.
if you really work out. Are those implants?
Can you imagine if this was reversed? Like, you know, for the guy, like, are those real boobs? Can I feel them? So yeah. Anyways,
That would be
so now.
not good.
Yeah. So now she's like, her hand is like here, and
It's moved
like
up
it's
even more?
It's gone up even more.
Now it's on the bicep.
Now it's like going towards
It's
the
on.
bicep. Yeah,
it's on like Donkey Kong.
Exactly. Now I'm like, oh.
I'm surprised
God.
she didn't move down.
So, Jesus. So
Chubbs.
now we're riding along, and she's just straight up just squeezing
Massaging.
my arm. Yes.
Oh,
And
it's
you know what?
relaxing.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
nervous ball.
Oh, it's very
a
a little
nervous-
stress
stress ball.
bicep ball. I don't know. So I'm like, oh fuck me. Oh fuck me. I got fooled. Yeah, I was like, I got fucking fooled. She's just rubbing my arm. She's caressing it.
Chow chicka wow wow.
I'm getting fucking molested in my arm at this point. Yeah.
Drool,
Yep.
little
Yep.
piece of drool coming out of her
Yep.
mouth.
Yep. Actually, so as we're going, she's
Did you
rubbing
ever
my
see
arm
Kingpin?
with what's
Woody
his name?
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
Got the one hand.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like in the beginning when
Oh.
he's paying rent. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
So now my arm is straight up getting molested. She's just rubbing my arm. I was like, oh, fuck me. Fuck me.
You were just being a
I
nice
literally-
young fella.
I literally gave
just
the
want-
okay. I was like, you fool, Josh. You absolute fool.
You were just trying to walk an old lady
She's-
across the road.
She is now squeezing my arm. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, you work out. I can
gosh.
tell. Oh, you're really strong and all sorts of shit. And I was like,
You were just trying to be a Boy Scout, dude.
I was
Damn
like,
it.
oh God. I was like, this old lady. I was like, I'm getting goddamn molested. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, there's like, it's a very, because again, it's just a short drive. I was like, okay, there's got to be like, what, 4 or 5 more minutes,
Yeah.
max. So I was like, just fucking get through it. Get through it. Don't say anything. I'm not going to try and ruffle her feathers or whatever because, I'm just going to get through the drive and drop her off and whatever. And so the whole time I'm sitting there like, God damn it. And this lady's just like, yeah.
Oh
she's
my
like, and
gosh.
she's like,
Oh.
and she's touching my fucking shoulder up
Okay,
here. And she's
hold
like,
it right there. Hold it right. Stop
Yeah.
for just a second.
Yeah.
This is a good time to take a break and talk about what we are going to be calling our listeners from now on. Because I want to stop for 2 seconds before we keep going. What are we calling our listeners? We've been talking about this a lot. We've been
we
deciding.
have talked about it.
Because I think this is a time when our listeners can appreciate what we call them.
Do you want to let it go? I'll let you do it.
No,
no.
Brad.
Yeah,
I think
Bob.
you guys,
Yeah, Brad.
Why don't we
Brad,
gotta do
I think
it?
I think
Brad.
Brad should do it.
What do you
I do
think,
everything.
Brad?
I freaking just
Do you?
talk.
I don't know.
I mean, I just talk
What
bullshit.
are our listeners to
What are we
you,
thinking of
Brad?
calling
To
you?
me, they're passengers.
Oh,
But as a
what do you wanna-
consensus, as what we are going to call them, we're going to call them our Uber whores.
and our first Uber whore is some 65-year-old lady that is squeezing Joshua's arm. Hopefully, she'll be listening to the show soon. But all you Uber whores out there,
You did give her a card, right?
We didn't. I don't think we didn't have the cards. We didn't have our cards yet.
Dang
Damn it, Joshua.
Okay, there she is. She's made it up to your shoulder.
She's-
Is she going
She's
for the?
up, she's up on the shoulder at this
piece up
point,
here?
and she's like, oh, and she's like, oh wow, and she said all this, and I'm like,
man.
oh my, I'm like, oh my
man.
god, oh my god,
Okay,
I have
need to
fucked
know what happened.
up. This is that.
You've
I-
given
I
the
hit-
consent.
I hit
You've
moment-
given
I gave her-
consent.
I gave her consent. I let this happen, and so I'm like, oh fuck me, and so I'm driving just like son of a bitch, and I'm literally not moving my arm. I'm just holding it there. I'm like, God damn you, Josh, why you let this shit happen?
It's beautiful that you're blaming
You know?
yourself because it is your fault. And
Totally.
it's nice. You
I
could have
always-
blamed it on this
100%
poor,
no.
helpless, little
100%
sweet
mine.
little old lady that just happens to love young dudes. So you get it. That's your fault.
Right.
So
I
So
do
what
have a
happened?
question, though.
yeah.
When she got out, did she ask if it was good for you?
Did you finish? No.
Mr.
Jesus
Chubbs?
God, So
What
this
happened?
Is as the drive's going on, I'm like, I gotta get her out of my car. It's like, this is weird, and
You never said
she was
anything.
asking me. No,
You
she's-
didn't.
I did.
Were you
not.
still talking to her?
I was talking to her. Yeah.
And you were just trying
But
to.
now the
ignore
conversation.
the
Now
fact.
for my part, it's not as much fun. Now it's like I'm fucking like this is weird and uncomfortable. I'm not.
Were you
I'm not
speeding to
enjoying
get
this.
there?
Yes, I was. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
what I
okay,
thought.
come on, let's just get there because she was lying. 2, she's just like, this is full on. This is molestation. Okay.
that you asked.
This is
for.
accidental consent to molestation. Okay.
Accidental my
See,
ass.
I have a way you could have gotten her off of you.
Hit me. I'm not.
You don't think that would have
I
helped?
can't fart and demand yet. I guess I haven't reached that age.
Oh, excuse me.
Right.
Okay, so
So what happens?
yeah, she's gone from bicep to fucking the shoulder, and she stops just before getting to like the traps area here.
How far in the ride are you now up to there?
We've got like 3 minutes. We're downtown, and I'm just trying to get through the fucking streets, and I'm
Praying
hitting,
you don't hit a red light.
exactly. No, I'm hitting red
You're
lights.
hitting
And I'm
them,
like,
but you're
Jesus
praying, just
Christ,
go.
please, because there's no other cars. There's not like a lot of other cars. There's very few. But I'm like, just get me to this fucking place. And she is like, and this is kind of typical with older
But she
people.
has not used the other hand yet to
no,
go other places.
no,
Oh,
no,
that's
and
good.
she's
Still using one hand.
just the one hand, yeah.
Doesn't-
And so I'm like, Jesus Christ, and she's trying to give me directions to get to this place
I'm
because
glad
she's
he
like,
said directions.
she's like, well, she's like, it's hard to get in there, and you'll get confused, and we'll end up going in circles. And I'm like,
Are we still
Did she
talking about
tell
the
you to
driving?
pull it in the back?
We're still talking about driving, right?
we're still
I'm
talking
confused.
about driving.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, sorry. Dirty mind, Brad. Get your head
Exactly.
out of the gutter. Jeez.
I know,
Exactly.
right?
She's
So-
an old lady.
60.
See, that's kind of how
66.
I think. Like 65, 66. Like I'm just like it's just an old lady. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
make
just-
any. There's no correlation between someone like me and someone like her. We're in two different places in our
So
life.
you have ageism issues.
Yeah.
It's not an issue.
discrimination.
It's
It's not an
it's
issue.
not
It's not an issue. He just hates them.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
not an issue.
Exactly right. He just hates
old people. Stop. Jesus Christ. Just stop. Jeez. I don't hate old people.
He
okay?
loves old people. He just doesn't like them rubbing his
But
arm.
yeah, well, I don't like them. Well, if that was their intention, they should just kind of been like whatever.
Up front.
But
Hey,
not like,
can
hey,
I like
haven't-
sexually
I
rub
have
your
a
arm?
weird. I have terrible
I have a
anxiety
fetish.
on the road,
Okay.
and stuff, and it was a crock of shit.
Man, that was-
So
she's
she's trying to give me this advice like, oh, you gotta go this way, go that way, whatever. And in my head, I was like, I just need to fucking get there. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And so, I can't honestly follow her directions because like it just doesn't work. It's going through double solid yellow lines. Like I was like,
She just wants to spend
I'm
more
not gonna-
time with you, Josh.
That's what it was feeling like. So I was like, the closest I can get's like right here. She's like, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. That's completely fine. And then as we get there, and I'm now like in the legal spot, so to speak, because I can't really get to the curb, if that makes sense. I have to kind of park out a little bit on the street a bit. She's like, how does she say this? She was trying to offer me to like come with her if I wanted, and I was like, I was like,
working, lady.
that's what I said. I was like, I said,
so sorry.
I've
I
got
gotta work.
But
I'm
if
sorry.
I don't get 4 more
Yeah.
drives tonight, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent.
yeah, well, not quite that financial.
Well,
bit of
you got to make
trouble,
it.
Yeah,
but-
you
See
gotta
this
make it
car?
something.
I got to make payments
I
on
told
this
her-
car.
Yeah, well, I told her, I was like, I was like, oh, I've got like 2 more hours. I have to finish. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah. Of
No,
course, of course.
you
And
are
then
the most
she's-
beautiful old lady I have ever seen that looks like Tom Petty, but I'm sorry. I don't have the time for you.
She's like, oh, okay. like she was like offended. or
Offended
something.
that
Yeah.
you were not
How
going
dare
with her.
you, Joshua?
I know, and so I was just,
Bastard.
and so as I'm joking in my head, when she left and she's gone and I'm driving off, I was
And now
like,
all of the
and she's
pressure
like
has been off
yeah,
and
and
you're
she's like,
relaxing.
she like her reaction. I was like, in my head, I was like, what did she think? She's like, I just rubbed your arm for like
Jeez, you
8-9
owe
minutes.
me.
Yeah, like you
You owe me. I just
was
took
like, wait,
tension
that's-
out of your shoulder.
That is so bizarre. Like why would you do that? Anyway,
my
so
gosh.
yeah, that's
And
that's
she
the tale,
was
boys.
so. How would that story have went if he'd have went with her? Not
No,
I know.
I you're fucking killing me, Brad.
I can't believe she's alone. That do you think she
I
just
got to. Come on.
maybe
now.
that was her whole thing? Is then she got another Uber driver back to the house to see if she could get one.
Ooh.
Did
Did she ask for your number to like see if you would give her like another Uber ride?
No,
when-
she was turned off after he said not interested.
I think
She
she
did?
did.
she did.
She did.
She did.
I need your number
she did.
so
This
I
is-
can. When I need some arm rubbing
Yeah,
done,
'Cause-
to do it.
yeah. Well, this is before the very, very end. This is like maybe as we're at a red light before I'm making a left to get
Oh,
to that.
before
that
you
yeah,
piss her
spot where I
off
perked
by
her.
saying
Yeah.
no.
She
Can I get your number?
She
She's
threw her
Did
like-
you
shot.
give her a card?
She shot her shot.
No.
You
No,
didn't
I
give her a
No,
card?
I'd learned my lessons with the card thing. no
Did
card.
you though? I don't know.
No, she did. She asked. She's like, this concert's gonna end at like 12. There probably aren't gonna be Uber drivers in there. Can I have your number? Whatever.
I'm going to be extra horny. And could you please?
And yeah, and it was awkward because I was like, oh yeah, sure. When I'm like dropping you off, I'll give it to you when I can. Right now I'm driving, whatever. Even though we're kind of sitting there at red light, that was I really didn't want to. And even if I did, I was like, I gotta give her. Like,
What did she want you to do it in her phone? Put your phone in her phone?
She wanted me to like give her.
Well,
my
can you
number.
just say your number out loud while she? That doesn't take driving.
I'm
just do
assuming
that.
she wanted me to like write it down or something.
I would think
But-
so.
Or
Wow,
maybe
she's-
put it into
I mean,
her
you got a
phone.
phone right there. You just
Right.
But
put somebody's number in,
I did not want to give it to her, and I didn't give it to her.
even at the end.
Even at the
Liar.
end. I did not give her my number. That's gross.
What kind of rating did she give you?
I didn't get any bad reviews from that.
I would think like maybe a 4 or a 5.
You don't remember what she?
No, I don't remember. Well, I don't
rating?
recall getting any bad reviews.
Oh.
So,
Did she tip you?
I don't
Or did he tip her?
Dude.
I don't remember.
Did he tip her?
Yeah, so
You don't remember?
No, I don't remember specifically if she gave me a tip or not. You know,
I call
I wasn't
bullshit.
paying attention to that.
You
but-
think he tipped her?
I
Or she
do.
tipped him?
What? What the fuck?
It was,
No,
it
I
was,
did-
I'm just giving
I did
Josh
not
shit.
tip-
it was
I did
just
not
the
tip
tip.
this
Is
old
the thing.
Wow.
66-year-old
Thank
lady.
you. That's
Just
where I
the
was
tip.
going. But
God
yes, I was
almighty.
just giving Josh shit.
No,
Yeah, they're
I have morals. I have self.
He has
Dignity.
morals,
Hey.
and they stop at 65. I mean, they start at 65.
Like, no, I'd not. And, you know, it was kind of awkward when she was getting out because she was like, oh, okay. like she's offended. Like, I'm like,
offended.
I don't
Dude,
want
you don't want any of this? Come on.
'Cause we-
you know how long it took me to dress like this?
And do my hair?
Do my hair?
to. My little Tom Petty. I don't know. What do you call that?
A Tom Petty
Dude,
haircut.
it's
I don't
kind
know
of-
what else
that's
you
what I
would
call
call
it.
it.
Look, it's like slightly like, I don't know,
Oh, I
like
can
mushroomy,
totally see.
bulbous.
Yeah, I can totally see what it.
Yeah.
It's in my
It's-
head.
it's
That was
not-
perfectly.
It's not
the way to
exactly
describe it.
like, you know, modern, you know, that kind of hair. I don't know. That kind of hairstyle is like, it's something I've seen a few times, like in the Midwest, like where I moved from. And I
from
thought
old
that was-
ladies.
No, actually older guys. Like,
Oh shoot!
you know,
okay
like older
then.
guys, they have
Yeah.
that, like,
Yes.
they'll have that haircut actually. But yeah.
Well,
So that's the tale, guys.
that was a show.
That was a show.
I think
Yeah.
it was pretty good. Little old ladies taking care of your arms.
That will be the last old lady who's ever like, oh, I get anxiety. I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
You're like, well, you
Bring your
see that little seat thing? You can grab
Yeah,
that
grab the
really
armrest.
hard. I have an aversion to old ladies touching me. Sorry, I can't have that. Now, if you're 25, sure, you can touch me all you want, but
You know, I don't
Touch yourself.
actually. I don't overly
Ageism.
care. I don't overly
guy.
care when younger girls are like kind of like flirting and they'll
And
touch
touching
you and they'll
you.
grab your shoulder, whatever. It
you
doesn't
don't care
overly-
that much.
It doesn't overly bother me. Well, no, and a lot
But
of
if
them,
she was 65, it
a
would.
lot of them, they're doing it because they're being flirtatious and it's fun. You know, it's like they're being fun.
Fun thing,
You know, unless
yeah.
they start
He
touching
is
your face,
definitely
in which you're
ageist.
like,
Oh,
please
totally.
don't.
Definitely. Wow.
If she really, if it was,
Come
if it
on,
was
if she
genuine,
was really hot, like there are really hot 65-year-olds. I've seen them
Name
in
one.
magazines. I can't name any of them. There was one, dude. I should find that picture. She was in some magazine somewhere. She was 65 and she was insanely gorgeous. Her body was perfect, but you know that was years ago. And who
So,
knows where
anyways,
that was.
yeah, I
Anyway.
don't know the
You
odds
don't
of
believe
it.
it. Okay, I'm gonna look up some pretty 65-year-olds, and I'm gonna show you that
Oh.
there's pretty.
Who is 65 now?
Oh, I'm sure that. Well, you know, with plastic surgery, you
We
can
need
look
to get
like
onto the
any-
gripes and
Okay, yeah,
this is
gripes
getting
and
a
delights.
weird-
Okay, all right.
Brad's pulled out
all right,
his
he's
Mac,
pulled- yeah.
fucking MacBook, looking
Ian,
up
he's
65-year-old.
Come on,
attractive
get a pretty
people.
girl. Come on, you
Weirdos.
can do this.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, but
I would actually. I find Michelle Pfeiffer
Very
just horridly attractive.
is she
Okay.
Does she still
So-
look good?
Absolutely.
She's a
What
beautiful
about Sharon
voice.
Stone?
Ooh.
I don't. Who is Sharon Stone?
Oh, Basic Instinct, dude.
Oh, I don't know what she looks like.
Are you
in
kidding
modern
me?
times.
She's freaking. Oh, I don't know what she
But
looks
Michelle
like now.
Pfeiffer is quite gorgeous. She's quite
She is
beautiful. I was
Holly
I had a
Hunter?
huge- I don't know that
Holly
person.
Hunter.
I had a very big crush on Michelle Pfeiffer.
Melanie Griffith?
Yeah. Okay.
Stop reading these people. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about
There's a
these
lot of
older ladies.
Well, I'm finding
just
it
saying.
interesting now.
So this is
is
more
weird.
of just a no. This is your ageism that we're just
We're just-
shining a light.
We're
on.
I
just,
don't
We're
know.
just trying to help you, Joshua.
Exactly.
We're just trying to help
I'm
you.
not trying to hook up with no 60-plus-year-old
Come on, dude.
Again.
sugar
You
mamas.
may
Okay, I'm
miss
okay.
out on the woman of your dreams. You may miss out.
That's all I'm
Just
saying.
so that's all we're saying.
This is my
Be open.
retirement plan. Is what it sounds like you guys are trying
Well,
to
true.
do.
That could
Hey.
be.
Find your
Whatever
sugar
works.
mama.
Anyway, all right. Gripes
Yeah.
and delights. You guys got any gripes and delights?
I'll let Brett.
today?
I'll let
Yeah,
Brett take it.
I've got a gripe. Lately, I've
Old
been
women, get in your car. It
damn
pisses
straight.
me off so much.
No, lately I've been getting a string of people that think it's okay to vape and not even say anything in my car.
In your car.
In my car.
Whoa.
Where
What do
does
you do?
common decency go?
What do you do?
Well,
Do you
here's
say
the thing.
something?
Yes, when I see it, I say something. But here's the part: is like I was just curious, so I thought I would contact Uber just to be like, hey,
What's
is
your
there a
take on
cleaning
this?
fee or what? And basically, they told me to fuck off, and there's nothing that they can do.
Uber itself.
Uber itself.
Yeah.
Because you now got this smelly car.
Yeah. They basically told me to roll down my windows and let it air out. And it's like, well, no.
The thing is,
it's
it can
the principle
stain. It
to
can
me.
even stain your headliner
Yes.
too. You know. Now, usually people don't just pop a cigarette out. That usually doesn't.
Well, that was
happen.
my question to Uber, as I was like, well, if somebody smoked in my car, would you say the same thing? And they basically says, well, that's not the issue, and we can't prove it. So basically, they told me, I don't care.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's just
that's
interesting
my
that
gripe.
there are people in the world that have no
I don't get it.
understanding of
I
etiquette
really don't get it.
or anything like that.
I think it's an entitlement thing, and it just pisses me
Mostly
off.
young people. Is that what you're saying?
Young to middle age.
Or just
Yeah,
anybody,
anybody.
that's entitled.
Anybody that vapes, they think that they just can do it in my car.
It doesn't hurt anything,
No,
according to them.
according to them.
I don't. They're just not thinking about other people. They don't care about other people. They don't
They
care
roll
that
down the
it
window?
might bother
Nope.
you. They don't.
They don't
care
roll
that
down the
it's-
window?
Nope.
Because vaping, usually there's a lot of
It's
smoke
it's
there.
like a
You
it's a
would
whole
think.
it's a whole plume, and they don't. And I've had it happen to me too.
And it pisses me off.
And you know what I do? And this happened during the winter, so I was like, you know what? You want to vape? Go, you want to vape? Okay. You know, I fucking roll their window down, put the child locks on, and let the fucking cold wind blast them. That's what I do.
I like
Have
it.
your
I
vape.
have done that in the past.
Go for your vape. Enjoy. You know, enjoy that fucking cold ass air blasting you in the face, and they just sit there like, you know, like fucking wind.
Really? They don't
Yep.
say anything because they get it?
No, they
do
get it.
then know that, oh, I guess I am being an
You
a-hole.
done fucked up, and now you know you fucked around.
That's
you
so
found
weird
out.
that people
Pisses
are
me
like
off.
that.
Yeah.
That's a good gripe, I think.
So what I
Ask.
do is like I will give them a 1 star, and then I'll put in the feedback because you can give feedback, and I say, in all capital letters, don't vape in other people's car and quit being an asshole.
You say that.
I
You
say
put, you
that.
put
I
the
think
don't be
that's-
that. You put the asshole part.
Absolutely.
Oh, I've never done the asshole
Have
part.
you given
I will.
one stars?
I will rate people lower. Yeah, I don't. 1 stars. Usually, I
No.
reserve those for people that really like they've really pissed me off. You know, like they've said something, they've done something.
Like she's rubbed your arm and
Exactly.
she's old.
Right. What
Give her a
what,
one
what
star.
did
Guys,
you
I
rate her?
knew Brad was gonna ask. I didn't give her a bad rating. I didn't.
No.
No,
That's 'cause he
I
enjoyed
gave
it.
her a full. I did not. I wouldn't be telling the story if I did. Okay.
Whatever,
I did
Mr.
not.
Well,
Chubbs.
sure. Or maybe you're trying to hide something.
Ew, Brad.
You're trying to hide
Ew.
something.
No.
Oh,
Ew.
I don't know.
All right, folks.
That's
You've
gross.
been. This is. We wrapping up. I think this has been.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting show.
It has.
Now that we found
It
out
always
about
is.
his ageist issues, and
Right.
we'll help you with that, Joshua.
I got
We'll-
ages used. Bob's got little thumbs.
Thumbs.
What's
I
I
Brad's?
don't know.
Oh, we have.
I haven't figured that out
I
yet.
thought Brad was just an asshole. That was.
Yeah,
I thought that
No.
No,
It's
he
not
said
just
too
his
many
head.
things that
No.
makes him. You give a girl $50. That's not an asshole thing to do. But
Maybe.
all right, people. How the hell do I turn this on? Oh yeah. Okay.
There it is.
All right, you've been listening to Uber Tales. Don't shoot the driver.
Or do if it's Brad.
Whatever, Uber whores.
Uber whores out there, keep listening. Really, no commentary?
Nah, I got nothing. Josh, don't be fucking late.
Is what it is.